Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Have you ever heard that melody? Now try asking your parents or even your grandparents if they can recognize that. If the answer is yes, then don't be surprised because generations in many families are familiar with that melody too. I first heard this melody when my mom used to sing it while cooking, and ever since, it has never faded away from my memory. And of course, I am talking about Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, the renowned British rock band. Originally written by Freddie Mercury in the late 1960s, it wasn't officially published until 1975 as a single from the album A Night at the Opera. By the time it was published, it was all in Freddie's mind.
While most typical songs only last for about 3 minutes, Bohemian Rhapsody is nearly 6 minutes long, and due to this unusual length, no production firm ever predicted it would be a hit, until it manifested its instant influence in stunning the world. And to prove its longevity throughout half a century, its popularity revived every once in a while. Whether it appeared in Wayne's World 1992 or a Queen biopic was released in 2018, Bohemian Rhapsody would once again climb up to the top of music charts worldwide.
So, what exactly was that in Freddie's mind for nearly 10 years? Unlike most traditional pop and rock songs, Bohemian Rhapsody doesn't have a typical structure of verse, chorus, bridge, but rather consists of 5 dissimilar sections: an a cappella,
Open your eyes,
look up to the skies and
see.
a ballad, life has just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all
away.
an operatic segment,
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
a hard rock part,
Think you can stone me and spit in my eye?
and finally a reflective coda. Can you imagine? There's an opera right in the middle of the song, and along with having peculiar lyrics like Bismillah, Beelzebub, or Scaramouche, this section sounds like a whole choir, but it was actually sung by only 3 people: Freddie, Brian May, and Roger Taylor, the drummer, with his signature Galileo.
Galileo Figaro. Magnific.
This one and only section, with over 180 overdubs, took more than 70 hours to record into a 24-track analog by a method called bouncing tracks. Nowadays, 200 tracks in fancy digital audio workstation isn't really a problem, but back then, it was a challenging physical process which involves manual handwork to edit pieces of tapes in the record. The first time I listened to Bohemian Rhapsody, I was overwhelmed by its eccentric structures and lyrics until it becomes an earworm. I was so intrigued by the song that I decided to arrange it for my band to perform it live. I tried to find out its original meaning, but it seems like Freddie himself never wanted to reveal that, because he believed that each listener has his or her own interpretation. So, as a performer of the song, I would like to share my view. So basically, I've researched about Freddie's life and found out that he was gay. Such a sexual orientation wasn't a welcoming topic at that period, since there are prejudice and discrimination against it. So Freddie himself wasn't very open about that as well. Thus, the whole song could be a metaphor of his mental struggles, having to conceal his true identity in front of the public. Too late, my time has come, sends shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. His desire to reborn as a true version of himself. I don't wanna die, sometimes I wish I've never been born at all. And the confusion and the fear of him trying to come out.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. In conclusion, there are many famous songs, but Bohemian Rhapsody is among the very few ones that have such an influence that endures throughout the generations. It is indeed second to none in terms of distinctiveness and deserves to be legendary, since there hasn't been anything like it ever. But no matter what I've just said, try reflecting it to yourself and appreciate the song in your own unique way, just like this line.
Nothing really matters, anyone can see. Nothing really matters, nothing really matters to